You're thinking about making a move on her, but something's holding you back. You get the vibe that she's into you. But then again, you're not totally sure, and if she is, she's definitely not making it obvious. This video is all about spotting those subtle signs. A girl who likes you, but is keeping her feelings under wraps. See, a lot of women don't express their emotions directly. Why? Because putting your feelings out there is scary. She's shy, scared of rejection, worried she'll look foolish, or afraid that she might fall for the wrong guy. So instead of making the first move, she hesitates, she thinks, she overanalyzes. And while she's caught up in her head, you have a golden opportunity, because emotions are high, and that's when attraction is strongest. If you wait too long and let her logic catch up, it's a coin toss, 50-50. You win some, you lose some. That's why knowing the sign she likes you but is hiding it can give you the upper hand. Let's break them down. 1. She picks silly, fights with you. Ever had a girl argue with you about the dumbest things? Like whether pineapple belongs on pizza or why you didn't reply to her meme in 5 seconds. You're sitting there wondering, why is she making a big deal out of nothing? But here's the truth. If a woman is constantly picking little arguments with you, it might actually be her way of expressing that she likes you but doesn't want to admit it. When a girl is into you but afraid to show it, she sometimes lets that emotional tension out through playful, silly conflicts. It's like her feelings need a release valve. She doesn't want to confess how she feels, so instead she creates a little friction just to get your attention. It's immature, maybe a bit, but it's also a defense mechanism. She's trying to gauge how much you care without putting her own heart on the line. Now, there's a fine line here. If the fights are toxic or disrespectful, that's not attraction. It's immaturity or manipulation. But if it's light teasing, sarcastic jabs, or debates over nonsense, it's often her way of staying emotionally close to you without looking obvious. She might even pull away or ghost you right after, just to see if you'll chase her. These mixed signals are frustrating, no doubt. But they're also a sign that she's struggling with her emotions. She wants connection, but she's scared to be vulnerable. So next time she argues over something ridiculous, don't react emotionally. Stay calm, be playful, and watch her body language. If she's smiling while disagreeing with you, man, that's not a fight. That's flirting in disguise. 2. She's flirty over text, but reserved in person. One of the clearest signs that a girl likes you but is trying to hide it is when she gets flirty over text, but stays more reserved around you in person. It's confusing, right? You might be thinking, she seems into me when we text, but when we hang out, it's like she puts up a wall. That hot and cold energy isn't just random. It usually means she's feeling something deeper, but isn't ready to be vulnerable face to face. Texting gives her a safe distance. She can think before she responds, craft her words, and if things get awkward, she can just disappear for a bit. There's no pressure like there is in person, so she may use emojis, tease you, or even drop subtle compliments when texting. But when you're together, she might act shy, avoid eye contact, or even seem distant. That doesn't mean she's not interested. It means she's nervous and unsure how to act when the emotions are real and present. She may be testing the waters through text, seeing how you respond, how much you seem to care. If you don't respond the way she hopes, she can retreat without feeling too exposed. But if you play it right, stay calm and genuine, you can build trust over time. Remember, women often protect their hearts from getting hurt. Texting is her comfort zone. Face-to-face is where the stakes feel higher. So if you notice she's bold in your DMs but bashful in real life, that's not mixed signals. It's hidden feelings peeking through the cracks. 3. She always apologizes, even when she doesn't need to. Apologizing once in a while is normal. But if she constantly says sorry for the smallest things, like being a minute late to reply, accidentally bumping into you, or even speaking too much, there's more going on than just politeness. When a girl likes you, but is trying to keep it under wraps, she becomes hyper-aware of how she comes off around you. She doesn't want to mess up, and that makes her overly cautious. Her constant apologies are actually a subtle cry for reassurance. She might be thinking, I hope he doesn't think I'm annoying, or what if I pushed him away by saying that? That internal anxiety drives her to say sorry, even when it's completely unnecessary. Deep down, she just wants to make a good impression on you. It's also a way of showing emotional investment. Someone who doesn't care wouldn't bother overthinking how they affect you, but she does. Her over-apologizing is her way of protecting the connection, no matter how small, because it matters to her. What's even more telling is that she doesn't act this way around others. If she's chill with her friends, but constantly tiptoes around you, trying not to offend or upset you, take that as a sign. You hold a different place in her mind and heart, even if she's not admitting it outright. So next time she says sorry for something silly, don't just brush it off. Acknowledge her effort. Say something like, you don't have to apologize. It's all good. It'll make her feel safe. And when she feels safe, that's when she'll start showing more of her real feelings. 4. She remembers every little detail about you. You casually mentioned once that your favorite pizza topping is mushrooms. Weeks later, she brings you a slice with mushrooms. You said your dog's name in passing, and months later she asks, how's Max doing? That's not coincidence. That's deep interest in disguise. When a woman likes you but is keeping it low-key, her memory becomes razor-sharp, at least when it comes to you. This isn't just about remembering birthdays or what color hoodie you wore last Tuesday. It's about emotional investment. Women remember what matters to them. And when a guy starts to matter, every little thing about him becomes important. Your likes, dislikes, quirks, even the tone of your voice when you're excited or stressed. She's building a mental map of who you are. She notices how you drink your coffee, how you talk about your dreams, the way your eyes light up when you're passionate about something. That attention to detail isn't casual, it's personal. She might never openly say, I like you, but her actions scream it. Most people forget the small stuff because they don't care enough to remember. But she's cataloging everything about you, trying to feel closer without crossing a line. And she's doing this while pretending it's not a big deal. Maybe she acts like it's just friendly curiosity, but don't be fooled. If she remembers something you mentioned once and brings it up again weeks or months later, that's not normal memory. That's emotional connection trying to break through her poker face. 5. She gets hurt easily, and you don't know why. Have you ever had a conversation with a girl and suddenly her whole mood changes? And you're left wondering, what did I say? If she seems hurt or upset over things that feel minor or meaningless to you, chances are she's emotionally invested and trying hard not to show it. When a woman likes you, she starts expecting things from you, even if she hasn't told you how she feels. She might expect you to treat her a certain way, to respond faster, to notice things about her, or just to prioritize her in subtle ways. And when you don't, it stings more than it should. But instead of saying, I like you, and that bothered me, she just gets distant, moody, or cold. You might chalk it up to her being emotional, dramatic, or sensitive. But what's really happening is internal frustration. She feels a pull toward you, but she doesn't know if it's safe to show it. And because she's hiding it, she can't explain why she's upset, so you're left guessing. This disconnect creates confusion. You feel like she's mad, but you don't know why. and she feels like you should just know. That's the emotional gap caused by unspoken attraction. If she wasn't into you, she wouldn't care enough to get upset. Her emotions wouldn't get activated by your actions. But because she does like you, everything you say and do matters more. So if she's frequently hurt by things you don't understand, take a step back and consider the bigger picture. She's not crazy. She's just conflicted. 6. She sends you a text and then says, "It was a mistake." You ever get a random message from her, something vague, flirty, or just oddly timed, only for her to follow it up with, "Oops, that was meant for someone else," or "Sorry, wrong chat." Yeah, no, that wasn't an accident. That was a carefully planned mistake to open the door without looking too obvious. When a girl is into you but afraid to admit it, this little trick lets her test the waters. It's like her way of poking you to see how you'll react. If you respond warmly, she might carry on the conversation. If you seem uninterested, she can easily backtrack and pretend it meant nothing. This accidental text gives her a way to connect without fully exposing herself. It's a low-risk, low-pressure move. She's trying to say, "Hey, I was thinking about you," but in a way that lets her save face if you don't pick up on it. Sometimes it's not even flirty. It might just be a meme, a song, or a random update. But the fact that she sent it to you out of everyone in her contacts says something. She wants you to engage. She wants to know what you'll do when she reaches out. Pay attention to how often this happens. If you're getting more of these mistaken texts than anyone else, it's not a coincidence. It's her silent way of saying, "I'm curious about you, but I don't know how to say it." So the next time she sends you something out of the blue and plays it off, smile. She might be more into you than she's letting on. 7. She's always there for you, no matter what. One of the clearest, most heartfelt signs that a girl likes you but doesn't want to admit it is when she's always there for you. You need help moving. She's there. Had a bad day. She checks in. Forgot your homework. She offers hers. She's consistently showing up in your life, not because she has to, but because she wants to. This kind of emotional support goes beyond friendship. It's rooted in care, concern, and quiet affection. She may not say it out loud, but her actions speak louder than words. She pays attention to your highs and lows. She notices when you're off, even when others don't. And she wants to make your life easier, even if it means sacrificing her own time or energy. Most people only give that kind of energy to someone they truly care about. When a woman likes a guy but tries to hide it, she'll often express her feelings through action rather than words. That way, she can stay in your life without revealing too much. This might even confuse you. You might think, "She's always around, she helps me with everything, but she never flirts. What's going on?" That's the disguise. She's trying to protect herself from rejection by keeping it friendly. But deep down, she's emotionally invested. Your struggles affect her. Your wins make her proud. Your pain becomes hers. That kind of support doesn't come from nowhere. If she's always checking in, offering help, or just being emotionally available when you need someone, don't overlook it. She's not just being nice, she's showing love in the safest way she knows how. 8. She's attentive when you talk. Have you ever noticed how she leans in a little when you speak? Or how she nods, asks follow-up questions, and remembers things you told her weeks ago? That's not just good manners, that's focused interest. When a girl likes you but is trying to hide it, her attention toward you is unusually sharp. She doesn't just listen, she really listens. When you talk, she puts her phone down. She maintains eye contact. She responds thoughtfully. These are things people rarely do unless they're emotionally invested. It's not about what you're saying, it's about you saying it. Even if you're talking about something boring like your job, your favorite band, or how you like your coffee, she's tuned in. She's storing every detail, not just because she's curious, but because she wants to feel closer to you. Listening is one of the quietest but strongest forms of affection. People are naturally distracted, but if she always seems completely present with you, it's a big sign that she sees you differently than other people. She's not just paying attention, she's hoping to understand you on a deeper level. And when you're done talking, she doesn't rush to change the subject. She stays in the moment. That's her heart trying to connect, even if her mouth won't admit it. If she listens like you're the most important person in the room, that's because, to her, you just might be. 9. Her body language says more than her words. Even when she's trying to act cool or uninterested, her body might be betraying her true feelings. Body language doesn't lie. It's a raw, instinctive form of communication. And when someone likes you, their body reacts, whether they want it to or not. Look closely. Does she play with her hair when you're talking? Does she fidget with a necklace, tap her foot, or adjust her clothes more often around you? These small nervous movements can mean she's anxious because she's attracted to you and trying not to show it. One of the most telling signs is her feet. If she's sitting near you and her feet are pointed in your direction, even if her upper body is turned away, that's a subconscious signal that she's drawn to you. Restless feet, shifting in her seat, or sitting with her legs angled toward you are subtle signs of interest. Also pay attention to physical proximity. Does she sit closer than she needs to? Does she lean in when you speak? Is she accidentally touching your arm or brushing past you? These moments aren't random. They're quiet invitations. If her words say we're just friends, but her body is sending open, welcoming signals, don't ignore it. Her heart may be hiding behind walls, but her body is already trying to peek over them. 10. She mimics your mannerisms. Have you ever noticed her starting to use your phrases, copy your gestures, or even laugh like you? That's called mirroring, and it's one of the strongest signs of unconscious attraction. When someone likes you, their brain starts syncing up with yours. It's a way of feeling closer without even realizing it. She might pick up your slang, your rhythm when speaking, or even the way you joke. Maybe you run your hand through your hair a certain way, and she starts doing it too. This isn't mocking. It's emotional connection trying to blend in. Psychologically, people mimic those they admire or want to connect with. It's a subconscious form of flattery. By adopting your mannerisms, she's building rapport, even if she doesn't know she's doing it. It's her way of silently saying, I feel connected to you. I want to be like you. The key is that she doesn't mirror everyone, just you. That's how you know it's personal. So if you catch her repeating your phrases or echoing your gestures, don't laugh it off. That's her attraction slipping through the cracks. She's letting her guard down in subtle, beautiful ways. So there you have it, 10 subtle signs she likes you, but won't admit it. Most guys miss these cues because they're not loud, flashy, or direct. But women often express their feelings in quiet, indirect ways, especially when they're scared of rejection, unsure of how you feel, or trying to protect their pride. And let's be honest, haven't we all played it cool at some point just to avoid looking vulnerable? That's the thing. Vulnerability is tough, for both men and women. But when a woman is drawn to you, her guard may be up, but her actions will start slipping through the cracks. She'll find reasons to be near you. She'll be emotionally available when it counts. She'll light up when you walk into a room, no matter how hard she tries to hide it. The key is, don't just listen to her words. Watch what she does, how she looks at you, how she reacts when you pull back, how she makes excuses to stay connected. Those are the real signs. Now here's the deal, brother. If you start seeing a few of these signs, that's your green light. Don't overthink it. Don't wait forever. If you feel something too, take the lead. Because most women don't want to chase. They want to be led by a man who sees them clearly, feels their vibe, and has the confidence to act. And if you don't feel the same, that's okay too. Just be honest. But never ignore someone who's trying to love you in quiet ways. It takes a lot of courage to show up without saying the words. If you found this video helpful, drop a like, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and hit that subscribe button for more real talk on dating, masculinity, and emotional awareness. Until next time, stay sharp, stay grounded, and pay attention.